What do you see are the drivers for transit agencies to accept open contactless bank card payments?
Okay, the value to a transit agency in accepting open payment bank cards, one of the primary ones is that if somebody else is issuing the media that people have, then we don't have to manage the media and we don't have to do fulfillment and revaluing. Somebody's doing that for us. Furthermore, if the payment card that somebody's carrying in their wallets for other purposes can also be used for transit, that provides an enormous amount of convenience for the customers. Another benefit is that if I'm accepting a Visa or MasterCard, American Express or Discover, and the transit agency next door is going and they've got the same system, you've got automatic interoperability. I don't have to negotiate that with them, although later on I can create cross-subsidy arrangements and so on through agreements, but interoperability is automatic. Also, with these kinds of systems, the first line of customer service is with the issuer. So if there's a problem with the card, they're going to call the bank before they call us, although we need to be responsive when they do call. Also, with bank cards, there is a standard and certification process. So when we ask a vendor to provide us with equipment, we have a way that we can be sure that the equipment's going to work properly because the payments industry has taken care of that standardization. In a similar way, they've also taken care of developing a security standard. So a lot of the work that we normally have to do on a customized basis is done for us because we become part of what is known as the open payments ecosystem. We also see a standardization, there's a commoditization, so we should be able to buy devices that will work in our system that are according to standards, and that allows us greater competition and greater options. Furthermore, as we understand it, an open payment solution should allow us to deploy faster at less cost, and the banks are likely to be promoting the use of the card and help pay the cost of doing the promotion for the system.
So the second question is, what are the key technology innovations that transit agencies are taking advantage of in implementing new automatic fare collection systems?
The technology advancements and innovations that really have had to be there in order for a transit agency to accept open payments are, first of all, bank cards and open payments are account-based systems. That essentially means that the accounts and the business rules are being maintained in the back office, and you've got to be able to communicate with that back office. So recent advances in communications with fiber, Wi-Fi, and mobile communications such as 3G or 4G or whatever's going to follow it are really critical advancements that enable us to use this method of payment. Another really important part of it is that the banks have introduced this product. They have a contactless product that will work within our context, and again, they've developed standards that can be followed in order to do that. And they're putting the investment in issuing the cards and also having merchant networks that can accept those cards. So they're taking the responsibility for deployment of these systems to the consumer. Another critical thing has been that the regulatory rules associated with micropayments, small payment transactions, have been adjusted to support contactless payment, and those are critical for transit because we can't get a signature when you ride our bus. We're not going to examine the card. We're not going to give you a receipt. And just in the last few years, the Federal Reserve and the payment brands have changed their rules and regulations to enable these kinds of cards to be used in our environment.
And the last question, what are the obstacles for transit agencies adopting open payments?
There are a few obstacles to agencies accepting open payments. One of them is you need to realize that transit agencies are risk averse. They want to be pretty certain that there's going to be a good value proposition, that putting these systems in place are either going to save them substantial amounts of money or earn them more money. And so we have to have experience in the industry so that they understand that the value proposition is really there. They also, in being risk averse, want to know that have a pathway and have a way to acquire these systems that gives them pretty high assurance that they're going to work as advertised. Also, small and medium-sized transit properties don't have a lot of technical capability, so there is a need for these products, for open payment systems, to essentially develop standardized models and product offerings so that are relatively easy to buy, easy to install, and easy to get a hold of. And then finally, a lot of most of the large agencies in the United States have made substantial investments in the closed-loop card-based systems that aren't compatible with the open payment account-based systems. And so until we can figure out a way for a migration path for retrofit to this new way of doing fare collection, it's going to be difficult to introduce this product into those systems.